What's up, tech heads and gamers? It's your boy Milo, E to Z to the E. Welcome to the channel where we respect the tech and we salute the gamers and we say, come on, let's get right into it. So today we are going to be looking at the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Now this is the 15-inch model. This is the one that came out last year, but this year the refresh is pretty much the same thing. I think they just have the newer i7 processor in it, but as far as performance goes, I still think this holds up pretty well. So we're just gonna be looking at this device because I've had it for a year now. We're gonna be looking at what I like about this device, what I don't like about this device, and just tell you guys if you guys should get it or not. So again, this is the Microsoft Surface Book 2, the 15-inch model. So just before I get started, I want to say I'm losing my voice. So if my voice is a little off, just know that's why. And if you hear me coughing a little bit, please, I apologize. But this video needs to be made and the grind must go on, fellas. Hashtag that, the grind must go on. Alright, so this is again the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Now this is a sexy device all around, all metal. It's pretty heavy, but I think for what this packs in it is definitely worth the thickness and the heaviness of it. But as you can see here, it has this signature curve here. This is the charge. The battery's a little low right now, so I have to charge it. But again, all metal. Sorry, that's gross, but all metal. I like this little chrome here that you see. It just makes it pop, makes the back pop, makes it sexy. Again, all metal build design. So right here you have USB input. You have SD card reader input there. The great thing about this is, even though I don't use this as much, it does have a USB Type-C port right here, and this is the part, the charging that we all love or hate by now. So I call this laptop the laptop that can do it all. Now, if you guys know me on this channel, I like to own devices, one device that can pretty much do everything, right? So I have the Note 9. I feel like that is the best smartphone, and that phone can pretty much do anything, right? I have the Nvidia Shield, and I feel like that is the best streaming device because that can do anything. That can stream, that can play games, and browse the internet. I feel like that is one of the most complete devices when it comes to streaming. So I like to find a product that can do it all, and so I feel like this Surface Book 2 is one of those devices that, honestly speaking, sorry, there's nothing that you can throw at this thing that it cannot do when it comes to video editing, when it comes to surfing the internet, when it comes to being productive, with taking notes, signing documents, when it comes to gameplay. That's why I have all this stuff set aside for this review. Alright, so we're just gonna open it and I'll talk more about, again, what I like about this device first, and then I'll go to my dislikes. So as you can see here, the screen is so beautiful, and I don't know if this video is doing it justice, but I think it's close to 2K or probably 2K display, I can't remember. But watching the video on this is a thing of beauty. I know Marquez Brownlee loved to put his vids at 4K, so let me let me get one of his vids up here. I feel like that's a good way to test like the quality. Just shut that down so there won't be any copyright issues. But as you can see here, guys, this is just a sexy display. I mean, playing games on this, watching videos, watching movies, just nothing sexy. Seriously, I know I keep using sexy, but I feel like that's one of the best word to use to define the screen. Honestly, one of the best I've seen on a laptop before, right? So when it comes to streaming movies, watching videos on here, this device is the display is so sick. So then again, let's talk about productivity. Now this pen, Microsoft pen, does not come with this device, and this I'll get to my dislikes. That's one of them. You have to pay a separate $100 to get this pen. But if you're into taking notes, documentation, if you're a student, when I went to school, I wish there was a product available like this at that time, because I was using a tablet with a crappy ballpoint and pen to take notes, and that was ridiculous, but it worked. But if this was available when I went to school, I would have been in heaven. So you can use stuff like Google Keep or Microsoft OneNote, and you can just take notes. This is my review, right? So this is crappy handwriting, but just want to show you guys the possibility of using a pen with this device. So if you're a student, and if you're looking to take notes at school, just know that this has that functionality. Sorry about that. I don't know why y'all have that, but that's my license. Anyway, so something that I want to show you guys, right? If you open up Windows, you have this thing here. So pretty much what this does is any website, web page, you can actually write on it. So by clicking this, it gives you the option to draw on it. But this only works, from what I know, with Microsoft Edge. That's what they call the browser now. It doesn't work on Chrome. There's no pen mark thing like that. But if there's an email or something that needs like a quick documentation, you can just do that, and you can sign your name or do whatever you need to do with a pen. So I think that's a pretty cool ability. It's come in handy so many times I can't even tell you guys. But again, when it comes to being productive, I feel like this device is so dope, right? So that is the productivity side of things. And if you are someone who is into like editing videos, I use this more than I use my desktop to edit, because I'm always on the go, and this definitely does a great job. I didn't close it, so let's open it back from where I left off, and you can see I'm using Filmora. This is such a dope software to video edit. It's pretty simple. I'm not that big on like video editing, but this works really well for me. But this is just a video that I edited. I've already posted this so you guys can see it, but I did it all on this laptop. I edited, brought the pictures in here, copy and paste, did all this stuff on this laptop. As you can see, this video was edited here on this laptop, and it works really well. No hiccups. I can be doing this and running Chrome at the same time. So let's talk about the specs, since we're talking about multitasking. This comes with 16 gig of RAM. It also comes with the last gen i7 processor. Again, this is the 15-inch model. This has the NVIDIA GTX 1060 graphics card, and it's not the mobile. This is actually the full graphics card. That's why when it came to the weight, I was telling you guys, you can forgive how heavy this is, because again, this packs a lot in it. So I don't mind the low weight, because you can do so much with this. So again, I have the editor running, and here I am browsing Chrome. Let's even go further and play Marquez Brownlee's video in the background as I'm just browsing the web. So let's go to something like n4g.com. So as you can see, it's moving pretty smooth, pretty well. So this is a beast, guys. This laptop is a beast. So just gonna close things out. And so again, told you guys the specs, showed you guys the productivity of things, how this, how you can be really productive. Now the other thing I think this does a great job doing is gaming, right? So This again has the NVIDIA 1060 GTX graphics card on here. So if you have games on Steam, this definitely can run Fortnite. I know you guys are gonna ask that. I've made videos of this running Fortnite, so you can check it out. But I'm just gonna play a game that recently released for Windows PC. I don't know what the heck that is, but I'm just gonna bypass it. And here I have the Microsoft controller. So the cool thing about this is that you don't need an adapter for the 15-inch model. For the 13-inch you need to plug in an adapter, but for the 15-inch you don't need one. Your control automatically syncs with this. So once you have it set up synced, you're good. So let's just skip. Sorry, let me drink some water. Apologize for that. Again, guys, my throat is gone. My voice is gone. So again, I'm using this controller right now to play. So this can do gaming, guys. Overall, I feel like, again, this is one of the best device, multi-purpose, if you want to call it, device to do it all. So if you need to take a break from, you know, doing a paper at school or business meeting, and you just want to game real quick, you know, beat a level or play with your friends, you can do it on here. So if you guys don't know anything about this game, it's called Sunset Overdrive. It's made by Insomnia Games. These are the people that just recently made Spider-Man for the PS4. So as you can see here, this has a lot of similarities to Spider-Man, where, you know, you're what's it called, like grinding from rails to rails and doing jumping from buildings to buildings. Mission failed. Again, I was just doing this for the video, not really playing it. But let's try. So same jump here, grind here. So you gotta jump off the car, jump, grind off the rail. Ooh, wrong side. Ooh, let's do that. Let's keep grinding up here. But yeah, as you can see, the graphics are pretty good. There's no hiccups. It's running at 60 FPS. I think it's 60. It's pretty smooth. Maybe 30. But I've played games that ran at 60 and it ran it like a boss. Fortnite and PUBG for sure. But yeah, that's Sunset Overdrive. Again, just showing you guys that this can do it all, right? Let me just exit out of that game. Alright, so let's talk about battery life. This has an amazing battery life. It's seriously, I unplug it right before I go to work, and I, you know, use it at work. I edit videos, YouTube, all that stuff, and I come home and I have about like 60% left. Seriously, this device is a beast when it comes to battery life. It's held up really well over the year. I'm still getting the same amount of battery life that I got when I first got this device last year. So the battery is still holding up pretty well, which is great. Now, if you guys didn't know as well, this has a detachable screen. This is just like a wow factor, you know, if you want to show people what's up. People, if these again, we respect tech on the channel. We cover all tech. We love tech, including Apple. But you know, I feel like Apple fanboys sometimes can be really cocky, and I feel like, you know, they shun Microsoft's product a lot. But one cool feature this has, you can just like flex on these guys by just easily pushing this button. Ooh. Oh, we gotta close Steam. Alright, I was about to say, don't make me look dumb in my video. Ooh. Oh man. Now this is making me look bad. What's going on? Following need to be closed in order to detach. Resolve before detaching. I just close it. Get out of here. Oh, this is not making me look good. Ain't no ways. I closed it, y'all. There we go. Oh, it's not letting me detach. That's weird. I'm gonna close it and reopen it. This is not looking good, Microsoft. It's not looking good. So this is supposed to be your flexing muscle. But anyway, the screen detaches. It's not letting me do it here, but I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times. I guess when you run in Steam helper, I guess I gotta close that. Anyway, the screen detaches and you can flex. That's all I'm saying. You can just watch videos just on the screen without needing the keyboard. You can bend the keyboard and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. But again, when you go live, when you try and record videos, it just does not go the way you expect it to go. Anyway, so let's talk about my gripes with this device. So this is my third Surface Book 2, right? If you guys remember, I've done several videos where I had a really cool baby blue and white cover in this device. That device is gone, and I lost that cover that I paid $60 for. Because I had to send this back to Microsoft so they can repair it. So the first issue that I had with this was the screen, just kind of like what it's doing here. It wouldn't detach. So when I tried to detach it, it would not it would not detach. And then I took it to Best Buy because that's where I got it from, and they couldn't fix it, so they had to send it back to Microsoft. Microsoft sent me a brand new laptop. Okay, it's like, all right, cool. And then the second issue that I had with this device was, for some reason, it stopped reading the GTX 1060 graphics card. So when I went to play a game, it was using the graphics card that was in here, not detecting the 1060 GPU. And I took it to Best Buy Geek Squad because I paid $200 for the warranty on this, and they couldn't fix it, so they sent it back to Microsoft, and they sent me another one. So this is my third one, and I'm having connectivity issues with the charger now. And God, I do not want to take this to Best Buy again and have them give me another laptop. I'm just sick of it. I want a product that works. So that is one of my biggest complaint with this, is the fact that for the price, this is $2,500. I got it for way cheaper than that, but if you went to Best Buy to get this right now without a sale, it's $2,500. So for $2,500, you know, you would expect this thing to run, I mean, like, without any issues. Kudos to Apple, because the device doesn't mess up as much as, you know, the Surface devices do. But that's my biggest gripe, the fact that this is not reliable. This is my third one in a year. And so I just wish they would fix that. My second gripe with this device is that I have to pay $100 for this pen. Even though I use it quite often, I have the Note as well. I use my pen on there too. The fact that this is a $2,500 device and it does not come with a pen is really sad. They should include this. They did, I think, previously, right? You didn't have to pay separately for this. I think it came with the pen, the Surface one. I might be wrong, but correct me. But yeah, for $2,500, they should throw that in. But overall, apart from me having to return this device multiple times, I still feel like this is by far the best all-in-one laptop when it comes to being productive, when it comes to video editing, when it comes to browsing, when it comes to gaming. I love this device. I can't imagine my life without it, seriously. There's just so much things I use this for that if I didn't have it, when I took it to Best Buy and I had to wait like a week, 2 weeks, I was devastated, just being real. So it just goes to show how awesome this device is. But yeah, that's my 1 year review. Let me know what your thoughts are. I cover games in this device, so if you want to see what games looks like running this, definitely check out my playlist. But appreciate you guys. If you find this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content when it comes to tech, and also if you want to see more content when it comes to the Surface Book and Surface Book 2. Alright fellas, appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening throughout this whole thing with my voice just being as terrible as it is. I hope to feel better to make more awesome videos for you guys. Alright fellas, till next time, respect, salute.